So we chose to do this project because over Christmas break I went on a missions trip to Haiti and I saw a lot of problems that were not okay. But one thing that really stuck out to me was that after they would clean their pots and dishes in the river, they would bring them back and throw them on the dirt and then they'd be dirty again. So when I came back, I told Bryn all about this project and together we came up with this solution, the wash and dry system.
For our 15% IP, we chose to engineer a stuffed whale with a bottle inside of it. We chose to do this because a lot of people in third world countries are starving, and if moms aren't getting enough nutrients, then their babies won't get enough nutrients either.
Alright, for my 15% IP, I chose to do a project that I call Plants on the Moon. I designed a box which could hypothetically be able to self-sustain itself on the moon with astronauts. If we were to one day colonize the moon, we would have to have a sustainable food source, or we would have to constantly be sending them new supplies all the time, which would cost us resources, fuel, which is a non-renewable resource, so we want to cut down on that. I use designs from Google and NASA and other companies that have already tried this, and I used that with my own creative touches to create my own box.
So I chose soaps for underdeveloped countries mainly because I realized that I had a passion for helping people. Last year I had the opportunity to go to Costa Rica on a missions trip, and I realized there was a huge need for hygiene products there. Hygiene-related illnesses are a huge cause of death over there. 1.8 million lives are claimed every year because of hygiene-related illnesses. So that's why I realized that soap is really necessary in these underdeveloped countries who are lacking the proper ingredients for soap.
For my 15% IB, I did a website called ClassHeap, and ClassHeap is for students who have been missing school or are sick at home and do not have a way of doing their homework or catching up on assignments. On ClassHeap, there's 4 different chat rooms that specifies 4 different topics, and in those topics, there's going to be AP students or teachers helping and explaining what their problems or homework will be.
For our 15% IP project, we chose to research sun damage and the effects it had on the body. We wanted to find a more natural way to prevent sun damage.
So we wanted to understand a better way of protecting our bodies naturally from the sun instead of applying a ton of sunscreen.
My 15% IP project was thermite, and the goal/problem that I was trying to solve was steel I-beams, which are used on construction sites. Well, I got inspired about thermite when I was just watching some videos on YouTube, and I just saw it pop up on some science channels that I watch, and it was really fun and cool and just seeing what it could do. So I decided, hey, like they use this all the time in classrooms, but can it have a practical purpose? So I went out and found a practical purpose for the material that I wanted to use because I thought it'd be cool. So it's kind of the reverse of a lot of other people.
For my 15% IP, I worked on ending local food insecurity, and so I researched nutrition and created packages similar to what Feed My Starving Children does, except focused locally instead of globally. And so then I had 2 top packages after I did my experimentation, and they included sources of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and vitamins. And I did this project because I've gone to third world countries and seen poverty firsthand, and I've also served at Feed My Starving Children and Salvation Army, and I realized that it's a problem that's here locally versus also just globally.
For my 15% IP, I created an app called Exploring Relativity Through Black Holes, and it's all about black holes and simulating what a black hole is and how it works. And then it also helps teach you about relativity and the math behind that, as well as providing a calculator that can help someone who's trying to figure out how relativity works.
For our 15% IP project this year, we chose to create an app that we collectively call Game Day Fuel. Our inspiration for this app came at the beginning of the year. Being all athletes, we wanted to create a way that we could better ourselves in our respective sports. For this, we wanted to create an app that would allow its users to, using preparation techniques with nutrition and stretching, to get the edge on their opponents and become a better player?
It was really cool to work as a group on this project because we were each able to take a different role according to what we did and what we like to do and our interests. So it was really cool because Nate and Isaac teamed up on the research side of it with nutrition and stretching, and Zach is really good with computer engineering and software, and he was able to code up the app really well, and then I was able to take the more design and marketing side of it with the website and the video. It all kind of came together as one.
So for this year at North Academy, we started the 15% IP idea, which allows students in the science curriculum to really go outside the walls of the curriculum and really use our imaginations and creativity, which is very useful in the science field for upcoming careers in our lives. So I think it was a really great opportunity for all the students to think outside the box and come up with ideas that we can help improve the world in small ways.
Yeah, I thought it was really good how we were able to incorporate things that we like to do and not just based off of a curriculum or a science book. We were able to take what we love to do, what we aspire to do in the future, and we were able to put that into a project that we could present to other people and show others and show scientists and judges what we like to do and how we've been able to do that through the course of the year.
Yeah, I really liked how it gave us time to express our creativity outside of necessarily class and not having to worry about studying for a test or a homework grade, but just being able to be creative and come up with new ideas based on what we like to do and what we were interested in.